Welcome back to another incredible episode of Unapologetically Shaun, where we talk about pop culture and any and everything that I want to talk about. So, since it's a new year and we're finally back because we've been gone so long, we have a brand new episode and we got to do some catching up, family. So, I just want to remind you all that you can listen to Unapologetically Shaun and Black Girl Healing Session on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Casts, Breaker, Radio Public, Anchor, Amazon Music, and each and every Wednesday on my YouTube channel, Life with Shaun. So let's go ahead and get right into today's episode. So today's episode is titled New Year, New Me. I know you heard that saying before. I mean, it's like tradition. Everybody and their mama always use the saying, oh, it's a new year, it's a new me. Why does it have to always be a new you every year? Is that a question that you ask yourself? Because sometimes I don't really use that phrase to myself, but you know, I've heard it so many times. So I just wanted to talk about it. Why do we always have to be a new person every year? Why do we always have to create new resolutions? Why can't we ever be consistent with the things that we already planned to do the year before? Like every year at the beginning of the year, everybody makes a plan to do the same typical thing. What they do, they need to go lose some weight, they need to go back to the gym, they need to eat healthier, they need to be more consistent, make more money, get a new job, the list goes on. But why can't we try to accomplish the things that we already said we wanted to do? Why can't we stay consistent with the goals that we planned years ago, even the previous year before? Why are we so inconsistent? And this is a question that I ask myself because I struggle with being inconsistent because I have so many big dreams, yet I can never stay consistent. I allow life to get in the way of what is important. And that's really becoming the woman that I'm destined to be. And sometimes life can get so hard or distract you from your common goal that you kind of like forget about everything else and focus on what's currently going on in your life and just drop your dreams. And I want to know, and I kind of ask myself this all the time, why do I do that? Like, why do I quit on myself so much? And so yes, I make all these goals and I accomplished a lot of them. I had stopped doing like yearly type of goals, like every year, like the resolution type of thing. I now do monthly goals. So I write every month, I'll write a list, maybe like 10 goals for the month to do, and I make them where it's more simpler to do. They're more short-term goals rather than long-term goals. And I do have long-term goals, but right now I'm trying to learn how to be more consistent. So I try to do more short-term goals, right? And so by me doing like monthly ones, it helps me stay on track to achieving those long-term goals. So that's a suggestion that I advise anybody to do, is just try to do the short-term goals monthly. Even if it's like 3 goals each month, try to do that, because if you can accomplish those 1 or 2 or 3 goals, that means you can accomplish all your goals. So start small. I think we go too far and like forget about that it's the little things. So if we start small and work our way up, then we'll reach those bigger goals. And I'm speaking to myself, you know, every time I do these podcasts or I do like inspirational type of videos on my YouTube channel, which is Life with Shaun, I had to throw my plug in. I have to speak to myself because it's like my own personal diary that I share with the world. And so I go back and I listen to these episodes, and I tell you that they really inspire me. Like, I'm trying to inspire the world, but I have to inspire myself, because I get down, I get discouraged all the time. And if you have been following my YouTube journey, you would have known what has been going on all 2022. Like, it was a crazy year for me. I'm not even gonna lie. We're gonna do a little self-reflection and we're gonna just talk about it, because it's been a crazy year. And I feel like it was a year of enlightenment also. I feel like I have had an awakening in the year of 2022, because I started off with big goals like I always do. Then end of March, break my ankle. I had big plans for More 24, which is my self-care business that I sell aromatherapy candles. I will be getting back to that this year, but I had big plans for it. I was planning to do all pop-up shops. I was planning to take it to the next level, but I broke my ankle, had to get surgery, and then had to relearn how to walk again. So that obstacle in my life, I like threw everything away. I like had so many plans. So I had stopped doing my podcast back in April. I really wasn't doing YouTube that much beforehand, but I did start to get serious probably like right when I broke my ankle and I started documenting my journey. So I got back serious with YouTube. And then after that, I lost my job. I was planning my vow renewal. I had plans for my finances and all of that. And so I lost my job in September. Well, I was laid off. Unfortunately, I was in the mortgage industry, and that's just the way it is, you know, in these times. So I was laid off in September. So I had to really realize, like, what do I want to do now? Like, where do I want to go? It forced me to have to think about all of that. And then after that, I was looking for a job. Then I realized, like, I enjoy being at home. I enjoy being creative. I was able to start focusing on me and what I wanted to do. And I started taking my YouTube more serious, and I was growing it. And I was making all these plans, and I was, doing a lot more things for myself, rediscovering what I wanted out of life. And then had my vow renewal. It was beautiful. I had that memory. I was so happy that I had that, because I am married. We've been married for 10 years. Been married for 10 years, right? And so I really, really wanted my dream wedding. So we finally had our dream wedding in November, and then of course the holidays. And then now here we are in January, and I was offered a position, and it's like, you would think I would be happy, but I think it's because this position I have to go back into the office, and I don't want to do that. Like, I enjoyed being at home, and I was working from home pretty much the whole pandemic. And then I got my job that I just got laid off in September. I got that job, and that was 100% remote. So I'm at home. It made it more easier for my family, for my children. If the kids got sick, I could just go run up to the school and get them and come back. And I could do all the things that I was already doing, like business wise. It was just easier, And then now I was offered this position, and then it was just, I wasn't happy about it. It just wasn't a happy moment, because I'm like, I don't want to give up on myself again. And I tell myself this all the time: stop allowing life troubles to stop everything, because how am I going to get to where I want to be if I continue to allow life continue to stop what I'm doing? I can't keep allowing life to stop my dreams. And so that's the biggest issue I have. And I think that was the biggest struggle with having to go back into an office and pretend and fake like I like these people when I really don't. And I only like being by myself, to be honest. I like people, not to get that, misconstrued. I just don't like corporate America. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't like working in corporate America unless I'm at home and I don't have to talk to somebody. I don't like to pretend. I enjoy being creative. Like, me being laid off has been probably the happiest time I've felt. Like, my mind been at peace. Like, I've been pumping out creative things. I've been growing my YouTube. I've been coming up with all these great, amazing ideas. And then I'm like, this is just temporary. I have to keep reminding myself, like, I'm not going to keep working for somebody else forever. I'm creating and planting these seeds and watering these seeds so that I don't have to do this, that I can work for myself and that I can make my own schedule, own rules, and I ain't got to worry about faking it with people. I can be my authentic self. And that, I think that was the biggest struggle with, having a new job and going back into the office after all this time, because it's been almost 6 months since I was laid off. And it's like, this time I've been able to, I was going to the library every day. Like, before, when was the last time I went to the library? Like, I was reading more, like, physical books and Audible books, as you know, I love Audible. And I just been really educating myself. I've been taking courses so that I can get more skill sets. I created another business that I'm currently working on, so that I can help other people. I just been creating, planting all these seeds, right? And I don't know if I just inside, I was like, I got the momentum. I got it. But I just waiting on the income to match all of this momentum that I got going, right? So, I don't know, like, I'm trying to allow God to lead me and not be ungrateful or anything like that. But it's just like the unknown. It's the unknown that scares me the most. Like, I don't want to continue to go on the hamster wheel. Like, continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. I can't continue that cycle. So we just have to do things a little bit different. I'm just going to have to mention it like it's more of, this job is to help finance my dreams. And I don't have to be here forever, But I'm just rambling on. I just had to give y'all an update on my life and how 2022 has really changed me, and it changed my mindset. I've gotten back into life insurance, because I feel like that's a direction that I want to go into also, because I have a reason why I want to do it. And it's not about the money. It was never about the money. When I was approached to actually get information about starting in life insurance, it was easy to accept it, because I'm like, I do want to teach other people the importance of it. And, my story is, I lost my mother at a very young age. I was 17 years old when my mom passed away unexpectedly. And if it wasn't for my aunt, how was I 17 years old? I didn't have a job. How was I going to bury my mother? She didn't have life insurance, so she didn't set up a plan for this, and so that was my real reason why I said I would never allow my kids to go through what I had to go through. I had to grow up so fast. And I would never allow my kids to suffer like that, And not only, growing up fast at 17, losing her, young, but not having the protection. Like, if I didn't have my aunts, I don't know where my life would be right now. And that is the scariest thing to think about. And it's like, I want people to hear my story and understand that life insurance is so important. We have to protect ourselves. We have to protect our children. We have to protect our family. Because it seemed like our people always leave behind debt during a grieving time. Why would you leave your family in a position where they're already grieving your death, but now they have to deal with your debt? I feel like that's a little bit selfish. That's my opinion, and I ain't gonna judge nobody. But I'm just saying, like, if we can do DoorDash every day, if we can buy whatever we want, go to Target, I'm guilty of Target, but spend all this money at Target, we can spend $30 a month or $20 a month to get a policy, just to be on the safe side and protect ourselves, so that our families don't have to do no GoFundMes or no fish fries. I didn't want to get off topic, but it was just, I guess that's part of my 2022, because I did get back into life insurance. I still had, my license, but I actually am licensed now in 11 states, so that was a milestone for me. And yeah, I'm starting to get back into that, and it's just like, I just want to help people, and I want to make sure people are in a good position, and that they don't have to experience what my family had to experience, trying to come up with money to cremate my mother and have a memorial service and all that type of stuff. And so when we really should have had no worries, and we didn't have to worry about debt. And then another thing, like Social Security, please don't rely on that, because they about give you like $250 and that's it if somebody died. So I hope that's not what you're relying on to bury somebody, because burials is thousands of dollars. But anyways, just get protected. You ain't gotta go through me, but I just want people to just think about that. Think about your kids. Think about your mama, your daddy, your siblings. Think about, helping them out. And it is be lovely to leave behind something for our children, for our families, just continue moving forward, like leave behind houses that's paid off, or if you got enough policy to cover paying off a house, wouldn't that be great for your kids? They ain't got to worry about buying a house. You left behind something for them, or you left behind money so they can go to school or start business or anything like that. But I'm going off topic, but it just was on my heart and my soul and my spirit that I had to share. Like, I just want our people to just think about it. Like, we can't keep doing fish fries and GoFundMes to bury our people, because all it takes is, the younger you are, the cheaper the policy. And there are policies out there where you don't even, it's not just about burying people, it's about creating some type of wealth. And there's policies out there where you can grow your money and take money from that policy, be your own bank. Do your research and you will find out there's more to life insurance than you know. Look at some interviews from Waka Flocka Flame. He talks about it a lot because he uses life insurance. Candy Burris. So yes, y'all do some research, and we got to get our people to do better and be better. We can't continue to be at the bottom, and we cannot continue to make excuses for ourselves. We gotta, if we know the information, we got the internet, we have a tool and a source to get the information that we need. And once you know, you got to do better. When you know better, you do better. All right. I'm done rambling on about life insurance. I'm sorry, it was on my soul. I had to speak about it. But 2022 has been truly an enlightening year, and now we're in 2023, and it's gonna be bigger and better, and I'm gonna be consistent. We're gonna use this episode as a way to hold me accountable, but I'm gonna be consistent, and I'm gonna bet on myself each and every day, because I deserve it and my family deserve it, and I'm gonna be great, and God placed greatness in me, so I'm gonna continue to be great, and you all are gonna continue to be great, and I just want to make sure my light shines bright and I don't miss the mark. I hope that this podcast episode and each and every podcast episode after this one inspires you to be great, be your authentic self. Make this year 2023 the best to come and the best yet. Bigger and better is happening, baby. So continue to bet on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. I'm talking to me too. Hey, Shaun, don't give up this time. Continue to be great. And I'm going to continue to grow my YouTube. I'm going to continue to grow this podcast, get a bigger audience, and maybe one day interview other people. I don't know if that's the type of podcast I want to do, like interviewing other people, but maybe, I'll put that out there. I like the talking, conversational type of podcasts, and maybe that's the direction it'll go one day. I don't know, but we will see. And I just pray that everybody has a blessed 2023 and not allow life obstacles to stop you from being great. All right, y'all. Thank you all for listening to Unapologetically Shaun. I hope you all have a blessed week and a blessed day. All right, I'll be back with another incredible episode of Unapologetically Shaun next week on Wednesday. Bye.